It's a self-contained instrument. They built an organ called the Artiste. They built thousands of them. And it's a sweet little organ. It has 4 sets of pipes, and it probably would fit right behind the display case right now. I would recommend that organ become the organ that's playable from the top keyboard. And I would recommend that you add some pipes to either side that would be playable from the bottom keyboard, that would give you a little more presence in the room and a little more variety. That, however, you're going over the $100,000. You would be somewhere.
Wow. I have another question about it. We talked at the beginning about being able to record hymns and play them either from the console or up there. Would you still be able to do that with the Moeller organ?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. It's the kind of control system that we've put into it. The one that we use, or would like to use in an organ like this, comes from Washington State. It's by the SDG Company. Some of the largest pipe organ builders in the country now are using it. We've used other systems, but I think it's the one that would be most appropriate for this situation. It's very reliable, and it's made in the United States.
Okay, the reason we're trying to pin it, I'm a vestry member, but we've got to go back to the vestry. A lot of them couldn't be here.
Sure.
I'm sure that Reverend Rebecca is going to try to get this to them, but will they watch it? I mean, it's rather lengthy. We'd eat a whole vestry meeting, so she'll probably put it online and see if we'll watch it. So, but we're going to have to make a decision. We're going to have to vote on something, and to vote on it, we needed this kind of information that you've given us. I'm still not sure that I'll be the right advocate for it because, frankly, I don't quite understand the difference. But we can say, I think that you recommend, you say if you could get one. I take it there's one available now, you think, but somebody else could get that first, or it could disappear, and then we'd be sitting around again waiting for another one of that option to come along. Is that true?
That is true.
Okay. Whereas if we go with your first option, I'll call the non-Seth option, we could start that as soon as you could go to work.
That is correct. You would be without the organ for a longer period of time now.
Okay.
We probably would take those wind chests with us. Now, the problem with working with what you have right now is that there's no space in there to get in and work on it or tune it. So something inside of there would have to come out.
Okay.
And rather than disposing of it, I would probably put it on either side of the existing case, something that's visually pleasing. One of the ideas that we had is the case in the middle is just so beautiful with those display pipes. And then you have those exposed zinc pipes in the back, which they're okay, but they're not real pretty. One of the things we could do, and of course it would increase the cost, would be to make 2 smaller displays, like the one in the middle, to put on either side that would cover some of the pipe work that would need to come out of the middle and go to the sides. That would make it visually stunning, I think, but not necessary.
You said there was another organ that was sorry, no, it was you said there were 2 organs that you mentioned. Can you tell me something about the other one?
It's gone. We work with a group called Organ Clearinghouse, and they have, we've been told, and I think this is correct, they have between 300 and 400 pipe organs in storage across the United States. Some are in organ builders' shops, some are in a huge warehouse up in Massachusetts, an old knitting mill. And you can get some really fascinating instruments. Right now, they don't have any of the little organs. They're gone. And I looked on eBay yesterday and there's nothing. So the one that we have in mind is available. If we took this organ out, we would take it out and take it to our shop and rework it so that it's completely reliable working in our shop and bring it back, but you would be without an organ for some time. Because of the size of our shop, the size of our staff, this is a project that we would normally say, let's take it out right after Easter, and you'll have it back by Thanksgiving. That could work. If we started on it tomorrow, I couldn't guarantee that you would have it back by Christmas. You might. We have other work in the shop right now.
Yep.
One of the things too, I know Bill has labeled these options, but the one, what I understood is that to take the quote used organ and install it perfectly is less expensive than to rework what's here in all the ways that needs to be reworked.
I would say it probably is, and you still have the direct electric valves which affect pipe speech. If you took these pipes, if you recorded the way these pipes sound on these chests, and if you put them on electro-pneumatic chests, the ones that have the little leather valves that drop beneath the pipes, some of you would be able to tell the difference. We can. That's our job. But tonally, and the way the attack on the pipes, you can definitely tell the difference. I'm not guaranteeing that all of you could or whatever.
Not me.
But there are subtle differences, especially with the reed pipes like a trumpet.
Yeah, I think we're trying to gauge the amount of time, whether or not. All right, so if it's a pre-loved organ, if it's the molar, we're looking at how many months? I mean, I know it's a little.
He said Easter to Thanksgiving.
That's if he's redoing. This is why we're clarifying. If it's the molar.
If we started on that next month with that molar organ, if it's available, we could. We might have it by Christmas. Why not? We could possibly have it by Christmas. I can't,
right, but it would be in his shop.
Right.
Yeah.
And we'd still have this one.
We would come in and take this organ out.
Oh, we'd still have an organ while it was going on.
That is exactly right.
And tell me, you said that one was 60 grand, roughly plus or minus 20?
Bill, there's too many ifs when
Yeah,
they get to working on it.
Yeah,
Well, I know that, but you can't get the vestry to vote on, we don't know what it's going to cost, but by golly, we think this is the way to go. I think it's the way to go, but I want to be able to tell them in a range what it costs. I think 20% is plenty adequate. And yeah, we can say we don't know. We can authorize up to, and then if something happens that it's an oh my God, we might have to go over. But we want to go in with our heads on if you're going to get a vote next week.
So if we said 80,000.
I was going to say something between the two.
If we say at the high end, right, at the high end, 80,000, we authorize that. We have $30,000 in stock we didn't know we had. If that starts it,
what do you
can
mean,
we
starts
do the
it?
rest?
You would take it on a, you take so much up front, you take 30 up front and 50 later?
We would require regular payments on it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay too.
Probably 25%, 30% down, so that we could buy the instrument and begin work on it.
Okay.
And then there would be, I mean, if you're looking at having this done by Christmas, you're looking at a $10,000 payment every month until Christmas.
It would have to be paid off by the time you're finished.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between 60 and 80 in terms of what the vestry might approve, which is why we're trying to get.
I don't think so.
Really? You think once it's over 50, it's just whatever? I mean,
No, absolutely not. It's got to be, if it's south of 100, I think we can struggle it in. But if you're talking 60, 80, my guess is we can get that. I'm just one of 12 or one of 11 or how many ever I am of.
What if we were to give you, are you thinking at this point of leaning toward a different organ as opposed to?
Yes.
Okay. Let's say that we could get this organ that we're talking about.
You got to find that out first, or this is all mundane or wasted.
What if I would give you, what if I would give you a bid that has options that is $100,000? And then you could say, okay, well, I don't really think we want that set of pipes. So you can knock 10,000 off of that. I don't want you folks to end up with an instrument where you say, boy, I wish we'd done that. Now, we could prepare for future additions. That's another option. We could say, let's take the instrument that we think we could get, let's put it in that space. We can maybe reuse the pipes that are back there. We'd have to think about what they do and how they do it. And say, okay, that's what you're going to get, but we're going to make the console have 3 stops here, 2 stops there, and 4 over there, that eventually you could say, okay, we want the organ to be a little more powerful, we want it to be a little more diverse, the space is there, here's the design, here's what you need, we've raised the extra $35,000, go for it, do it later. That's an option.
How soon can you have us that piece of paper?
Say again, please.
How soon can you have us that piece of paper? When's our next meeting?
June.
June, early June.
The 1st is Thursday.
If it's is that the second?
Yeah,
Second
but
Wednesday.
we can have an emergency meeting, I guess. If you need to, if you would have, you got to call these people and see if it's available, and they might say it's available, but if you don't pin it down within the next 48 hours, it won't necessarily be available anymore. So we may have to act fast on this, but all right, that's fine. But how soon can you have us at? In a week? That estimate, along with this is available.
Either by next Friday or the Monday after.
Okay.
It's going to take me a little.
I got it. I
have a couple of others.
That's good.
It's Memorial Day weekend, too.
Okay.
That's right, that's tough.
All right.
Well, and yeah, you said that organ might be spoken for, but nobody's bought it yet. Now, I mean, obviously it's out in the air, but I've played that kind of molar, and there are a lot of them. I don't know how many of them are for sale.
None right now.
Anywhere?
No, right
There.
Well, that's all right.
None
That was
on
like
the clearinghouse, none on eBay, none on. They're just not there. There's a pipe organ, and there are a couple of chat rooms. They're just not there. They're not really there.
How do you feel about the resources that would be available in 4-rank RT stuff? Adequate?
And that on that organ particularly, I mean, assuming it's the same kind. I mean, these are like the late 50s, maybe. Is that
59?
Yeah, I played one just like it, and it was a real good sounding organ. Didn't have mixtures, didn't have a lot of stuff.
No.
That's why I said if we could add, that could be one of your options, adding a rank or 2 from what we already have.
You're cringing.
Who cringed?
Yeah, we're adding options
Yeah.
again. I'm trying to stay under 100.
No, this would be under. This would be part of that.
They're already up to 100.
No. He said, you see, this is all right. You can't scare the guy. You told.
You're not scaring me.
No,
I'm not scaring him. I just know what our limit
No,
is.
because wait, the 100 is was the high end. I mean, we're not, we're talking 60 to 80 is what we're talking, and I even.
And now you're adding on another
Right.
10.
No. He's going to give us a $100,000 package
Yes.
Bill, I might
with
not be here
options.
This is not for me.
With options,
Okay.
which with costs of the different options,
Right.
and then we'll pick and choose. We don't have to go to the 100,000. So making sure that we can now or at some point add additional ranks. There's going to be a cost for that, and we can say, okay, we're gonna do that, or we're gonna, just make it so we can do it later. But he just feels like if he gives us the $100,000 option with prices for other stuff, so we can make the price lower, that will be more complete and give us more. So he's not.
I understand.
So the 60 to 80 even could include the ranks, possibly.
Well, I think let me clarify what I meant by that, which is that on that, first of all, I'm thinking about the future of you. I'm an itinerant organist. How long are you gonna have me? I don't know. But when you look for an organist, nobody's gonna come play the swings. No, so if you have a nice organ, something, I don't care how it's, I mean, if it's something somebody can really dig their hands into and play and make something out of, you know, you don't pay badly, you'll find an organist. Here, four ranks of, well, I'm trying to think of what I might save on it, you know, because this principle is really going to sound like that. But you know, maybe you save one rank and have it be, hook it up as a fourthlet or something, just to give it a little bit. No, that's all in the computer. You see, it goes in the computer. The computer is going to go to the pipes and tell which octave to play, the 8 or the 4. So it doesn't add a penny. So yeah, I guess it'd be like adding a would be because it's not going to be sounds good.
And on the bid, you would also tell us what this added price would give us beyond what we would have for the low, so that we can just
You should be able to figure out by looking at where you want to
Just like adding stuff onto it.
Well, Seth brings up a good point in that he may not be here forever. And I don't believe that an organist should ever tell a church what the instrument should be. The church should be made known, should know its options and say, okay, we're never going to have an organ recital here, ever. And we don't care if it will play everything from J.S. Bach to Messiaen, French music. We don't care. So that tells me that you want an instrument that will accompany choral work and congregational singing. And that's the kind of instrument we would provide. If you want an organ that's going to play all of the standard or most of the standard organ literature, you need more than what you have now. But I wouldn't come to your church to listen to Messiaen. I mean, I like Messiaen, but no, I don't think you'd like Messiaen. It's just,
I don't like Messiaen.
But I think it's the church's responsibility to decide what it is we want. And as Gary said, first of all, you want something reliable. Something that every Sunday, you turn it on, it's going to play, there aren't going to be any problems. We can't guarantee there aren't going to be any problems, but we're just down the road. But, I mean, we offer a 15-year warranty on our work. No one else offers a warranty that long. And we stand by it. So I think the church, first of all, you want something reliable. You want something that's going to support congregational singing. This isn't a big space. It doesn't need to be loud. It just needs to be supportive. You want something that has some soft voices on it that will accompany choir. And you want a couple of voices that you can play Bach. And you want a couple of voices that you can play some other standard organ literature or Diane Bish stuff or whatever. Something that you buy at Lorenz. I don't know where you buy music these days, but so I think it's important that the church decide what you want. And I think that you need to rely on the organ builder to guide you. We want an instrument that we're going to be happy to put our little nameplate on and say, oh, those guys in Millersville built this. That's pretty cool. It sounds great. We love it. We don't want you to have something that's so bizarre. No, I mean, we built an organ for a church in New York, St. Matthew Lutheran, a German Lutheran church, and they wanted us to build the organist, a situation. The organist said, I want a French romantic organ. No. They spent $750,000 on it. It's a magnificent instrument, but it is very out of character for that church. It's beautiful. I mean, we love it. It's gorgeous. But that's a situation where the organist said, this is what I want, and the church said, okay. Now the organist is gone. And the new organist doesn't like it. And part of the reason, not only the way it sounds, keyboards on organs are 61 keys for the hands, 32 for the pedal. He wanted an organ that had 56 keys, because that's the way they were built then, and 30 in the pedal. Now the new organist says, I don't like that. I want more keys. Well, first of all, we'd have to add more pipes. Then we'd have to add new consoles. So we're talking about another $250,000 to correct. I'm not saying what the organist did was wrong. I mean, we were happy to build it. It's gorgeous. We're thrilled with it. It's one of our favorite instruments. It's listed on the back of here. But that was a situation where the church was not necessarily in control of what they got. So,
Thank you very much.
so if I can get something to you by next Friday or the following Monday, something that's in the 100 top range, and you could say
$99,099.99.
it has to be a Catholic church to do that.
Okay.
Catholic light.
Yeah, we're Catholic light, so you got to drop a penny off.
I know you are. I know you are.
$99,999.98.
Let me see what I can do. I'll be honest with you. If I can't make it for that, I'm going to tell you.
Well, tell us what it is, too.
Yes. I mean, the other option is if we can't find this instrument isn't available, we could build a small organ probably in that $100,000 range. Does this have chimes?
It has a round RNA up there.
There are no chimes.
There are no chimes up there.
Do you want chimes on this organ?
Oh,
No.
I love chimes. I think you should make it an option. Just make it an option. I want the bird sound too.
Chimes are really expensive.
Are they?
Oh, we don't
Oh,
need to.
no, we
bummer.
don't need chimes. Are you on the vestry? Good, come back
No,
on the
I'm
vestry.
not anymore.
You should be.
The chimes could be given as a memorial or something.
Does the molar
There you
have
go.
So,
We'll give him a memorial chime.
It's all right. It's fine.
Everybody loves them. You know, anybody play the chimes, everybody loves them, but, you know, for an organist, they don't, you play them, you know, once a month.
I always like it when they do the Alleluia, Alleluia, and you get all those chimey things.
So, yeah, the options. Obviously, we've been working on so many options for 7 months, and, you know, your vestry needs to have something to chew on that they can actually decide. So, you're going to give them that, and that's all we can ask.
Unbelievable.
Any other questions?
Yes, one back here.
Have you worked with David Binkley from Camp Hill Presbyterian?
we have not worked with him, but I went to college with David Binkley. He graduated a year before me from Lebanon Valley.
I worked with David Brinkley.
Yeah,
Community affairs.
he's my brother.
Really?
He's retired now, isn't he?
Oh, he must be a different Brinkley.
No, Binkley.
Binkley.
Brinkley, no,
Brinkley.
Yeah, David Binkley.
Didn't David Binkley used to be in the news?
Whatever.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.